comes to the law, ignorance is not an excuse, right? So if it's something that's like a name brand, see, if it's a name, if it's, you got something and it's a name brand, right? You cannot say that, okay, I'm going to, I didn't know. You can't say I didn't know because it's a name brand. That and that's where you get into the problems with, because you know that this is a name brand. You know, like most people, they recognize the Gucci name as being a brand, right? So it's everybody, pretty much everybody in America know what Gucci is. So if you go in and you do and you create that using that Gucci brand, then yeah, you can get in trouble. It doesn't matter whether you didn't create the design, but you sent the design to that. You printed the design. And so you just can't print it like that. You just can't do it, because if you do.
Okay, I got that part. Why you can walk in the bazaar and get going to print something like that without them getting in trouble? So they are in trouble if they do that, huh?
Yeah, they are in trouble. You are in trouble. And this,
go down and say, I realize that when she explained everything to me, you just can't print it.
Right. So this is the thing, Jay. So if, let's say if trying to see what's going on here. Okay. So let's say that you're doing you walk into a bazaar and you ask somebody to print something, right? And you know that it's copyrighted. And it's within the law. It's like, okay, let's say I walk in and I have something that's not really familiar with a lot of people. And then that printer prints it, right? If you have what's called an indemnity clause, then you can kind of bypass, and you can an indemnity clause is where you have your client sign a clause saying that they take on any responsibility. They're saying that this is their logo and that they take on any type of responsibility in case you get sued. So remember when the thing happened with me with the Dallas Mavericks? Okay, do you remember when that happened?
I remember a little bit. I can't remember.
Okay, so what happened is, so one of the friends of one of the Dallas Mavericks, I think it was the Dirk Lewinsky, he came to me. He had a design that he had. It was called Dirk Swish. Well, they told me that all of their that Dirk knew about it and all of this here. These shirts were on national TV. This was when the Mavericks won the championship. So those shirts were all on national TV, right? So what happened is Dirk, once the money started coming out, Dirk was like, hold up, wait a minute. I don't want to, hey, y'all making too much money off of me. Well, what saved me when the lawsuit went down, because there was a lawsuit that proceeded, right? When the lawsuit went down, what saved me is that I had an indemnity clause, right? Okay, the logo, because I don't know anything about basketball, the logo was a silhouette. I guess it was a silhouette of like a jump shot that he was known for. Okay, but I don't know that because I'm not a basketball person, right? And so I don't know that this is your silhouette, like how you can't do a pic photo of me and put it out there and say it's your own. I don't know that. So my indemnity clause is what took me up out of the lawsuit.
Wow.
It took me out of the lawsuit. Had I not had it, I would have been screwed. So they actually ended up losing the company, and the judge ended up giving the whole company over to Dirk. So that's how that ended up going. But for the instance where, like, if you are going, like when people are going to bazaars and stuff, and you go and you say, okay, well, I want a Mickey Mouse shirt, I want a Disney shirt, it's illegal. But people are doing it. Are they getting away with it? Yes, they're getting away with it. You have to figure out, for you and your business, you have to figure out, okay, is it worth it? Because here's the thing. If I'm sitting at home and I'm doing a couple of t-shirts and it's something between friends and nobody knows, that's one thing, right? I would still tell people, hey, don't do it. But Now Disney has, there are ways that you can print Disney things. Like you can go to Walmart, you can buy a Disney pattern like on a fabric. You can buy like in my embroidery machine, in the Brother embroidery machine setup, I have Disney characters that I can print, right? I can't sell those prints, but I can do things for myself for home use, right? So it's different ways that you can do things. But what happens is so many people that are out here getting into doing shirts now that people don't understand. So with the guy that sent over the order for the Gucci shirts, it's obvious that okay, you're gonna sell these shirts, right?
Right.
And this is just a blatant knockoff. So now for a person like me, when you send that over and I see all that money come through, the money is in my account, right? So the money is in my account this morning. So then what do you say? Do you say, oh, let me go ahead and print this and send that order out? Or do you say, oh no, let me go ahead and refund this money? For me, I got to refund that money because for one, I'm a well-known printer. You you submitted it online to me. You see what I'm saying? So let's think if I'm the type of person that I would do something like that. Okay, it's online, so everything is tracked. So now how do I know that Gucci is not sending this to me? You see what I'm saying? People think that you can't get busted with this stuff, but you can, and you can very well lose your business behind a couple $100.
Wow, and I'm sure when
I mean, I just did. So here it is. I just did. Okay. See, I just did. So like last night, I just did a sale for almost 12 grand. Now, why would I risk my business with the kind of money that I'm making for this? Because this is the thing. Even if you just have a few items, you don't want anybody coming to your house taking all of your stuff. And then you got a court case. And then now you got to defend yourself in a court of law. And you and I both know that once the defense comes, you don't get your money back.
Yeah,
you can be found not guilty, but you're not getting your money back. You're not getting your stuff back. So you put yourself in a situation.
Wow, I got it now.
So you got it. But yeah, I mean, they go to people. You see people do it. You see people do it every day.
You are so smart. I did not think of it like that. And then I go saying, she didn't say something. Why she say that? And she see this shit happen every day. There's got to be a reason. Now I understand. And maybe that's for your viewers and people that follow you, that they will understand. Because I'm still gonna go over and say, I appreciate you for letting me know not to print that and why.
Yeah, it's it's just you just have to be very careful when you get into stuff like that, because and this is a thing, like I've printed things that I didn't know was copyrighted, and back in the day, and I know the trouble that you can get in now. So I try to share that knowledge with people, because even okay, I did, and now there are some things that are copyrighted. Just because it's copyrighted does not mean that you can't print it. You can get the copyright license to print it. Like a lot of times people try to print these school logos and stuff. So you can get the license to print it. There are different avenues. If it's coming from the company, you can sign off on it. You can have somebody. Well, you can't sign off on it, but you can have someone to sign off on it. Like when we did Dr. Seuss.
What about the school and stuff, Dallas Independent? So you have the right to do that because they signed off.
So when when the school district sends me something over, like if I'm using their logo or something like that, they have signed off on that. So within every transaction that I do, I have an indemnity clause that is on my website, that is within the t-shirt calculator software, the one for screen printing. When you get your invoice, all of the terms and conditions are on there, and then you can see the full terms and conditions over at the website. If you're on the website and you check out from my website, once you go to the checkout button where you get ready to check out, after you right there where your credit card is, you put in your credit card information and all of that, there is a check box that everyone has to check in order for you to proceed to checkout. on the website that says that you acknowledge that you have read the terms and conditions of ordering, the terms and conditions of ordering.
Because you're the only person that, at least I'm not into the t-shirts thing, but you're the only person that I think that has that kind of clause, so you can just send stuff out. And I didn't know you had to have that.
Because I don't want to go to jail.
Well, I didn't know that. I gave you the small motherfucker, you. I didn't know that.
Because I don't want to go to jail. And so you have to, there's a lot of legalities that you have to have. That's why I tell people is you have to have your paperwork together. Because it's just more than the indemnity clause. It's what if you do a custom, you print these shirts and then the client doesn't like it, then who is that on? Is that on you or is that on them? Do you refund them? What if the print is, if you do a print and they say, oh, you know, we don't like the location of the print, you're doing a full front print and you say, okay, well, my location is 3 inches down from the chest. You have to have all of that stuff in writing. You have to have, you know, what do you do if I screen print a blue ink and you say, okay, well, you want a royal blue, and then you get the shirts and you say, well, I don't like that color of royal blue. What happens when there are issues of differences in colors, color variations, different little things? So it's a lot of stuff that's there in it. I'll have to let you see it one day. But
girl, you on your point.
I hope that. Well, I am called the Lady Print Boss, honey. They don't call me the boss for nothing.
Girl, I did not know, girl. And thank you for the education, baby. And I'm going to keep that in my mind, honey, because that was not, that blew me over.
Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome.
I really appreciate it. And I'm going to go on your page and say, I did an inbox. I appreciate you for letting me know. And for the future, I will not print anything like that.
Okay.
You let them folks see, you know what, maybe you let people know, because I sort of said you can't get in trouble copyright printing.
Yeah, but
you better not print that.
No, you better not print it. You go to jail. It's that's like you selling a bootleg purse, and you know that to you. Right. Okay, remember back in the day when people would sell bootleg purses, they say, "Is this purse real?" Okay. Now there you go. There goes another problem. So it's the same concept. It's the same concept. So you just have to be careful, babe.
You are so smart, T.
You just gotta take your time and research it so that you know, so that you get the right information. You know.
You heard what I said?
What'd you say?
I said, girl, you're cute besides titty, boobs, and red lipstick, girl. You're a bad motherfucker.
oh, well, thank you, boo. Thank you.
I'm for real, girl. You just know, I never see you just, and sometimes we look through people's pages and stuff, people get printing any kind of stuff, and I know what I'm saying. That's why I didn't know that you had to have all this.
And the other thing, I'm gonna tell you something else too, and I'm gonna finish up with this, and then I'm gonna get off of here, and I gotta get myself together. But this is the thing too. It goes to speak to your integrity, right? And what I mean, let me explain to you. So, for example, if a company, let's say if a big company is looking at my Facebook page, or they're looking at my website, and they are looking to see me on social media, my social media presence or whatever, to see what type of work I do, because they're thinking about, you know, using me for something. And then they see that, oh, this lady has all of these copyrighted or trademark images up here. She bootlegs a lot of stuff. She's a bootleg printer. They're not going to hire me, because we give her our logo, then she will turn around and print it. I have a lot of logos. I have a lot of original logos so for me, what I do is like today, I just signed an NDA. That's a non-disclosure agreement. I just signed a NDA for a company, because I'm for them to release to me who is the person that we're going to be printing for. They need 5,000 to 10. They want 5,000 to 10,000 shirts done at an event next month. So I need to in order for them to tell me, okay, who this person is that we're printing from, I have to sign a non-disclosure agreement. So that means I cannot disclose any of that information. I cannot disclose the design, things like that. And so a lot of times, like even with brands, right? They should have that when you send your stuff over to a printer. You should have that in, you should ask that company, hey, can you sign an NDA? Do you mind? You know, because they want, you have to make sure that you have some people out here, honey, they'll print your design and then they'll turn around and say, oh, that's a nice design. I can make some money with that. And then next thing you know, you see it on Etsy or whatever. And you know, that's what I used to go through. Remember when I was in the bazaar? When I made I came out with the first person to come out with the F y'all I'm from Dallas shirts. Remember I had the F y'all I'm from Dallas, F y'all I'm from Pleasant Grove, Oak Cliff, all of that. Okay, within, from me starting to do that, I was a small printer at that time. I did not know about screen printing when I came out with those, whereas I could only do 25, 30 shirts a day in my shop with me printing a few shirts, because back then I'm using vinyl and I'm using heat transfers. There were other people that had shops in there that they already knew. The Orientals, they knew about screen printing, how to mass produce product. So what they would do, they would literally, James, walk by my store. And they would walk real slow, and they had to have cameras on them somewhere. It was a husband and wife. They would walk by, and within 2 or 3 days, you would see everything that I had came up with in their store and then in the next store. And they were mass producing by, I mean, they would have hundreds, a couple of hundreds of those shirts. And then everything skyrocketed, and it went like wildfire over Dallas. Right? So now everybody's printing, because I didn't know back then anything about copyright or anything like that. I'm just doing design. So I don't know how to get my get back. Now you guys have taken something I've created and now you've sold it. So at that time I did not know, right? Or I would have hit them, baby, with a cease and desist and hit them with a court filing. But I did not know. And so I lost a lot of money. And that was actually why I ended up leaving the bazaar, because every week I would sit up and I would figure, okay, I'm going to do 25 designs and 25 shirts, and I would do 25 shirts, but I would have like 5 designs. So I had the pay before you pump. You remember the pay before you pump with the Epson, what was like that I was selling to the stripper girls.
Right.
Okay. They started knocking off the pay before you pump. I had the Everything's Bigger in Texas. It was just a lot of stuff that people that they were just knocking off. Every time I would do something, it would get knocked off. So I had to end up, for me, I just said, you know what, let me get up out of here, because I was in such an open space where everybody could see what it was that I was doing. Hold on 1 second. Hello?
All right. Yeah, you talking about?
Let me call you back because I'm live. Okay. Okay, Jay. So that was why I ended up moving up out of the bazaars, because everybody was stealing my stuff.
Okay.
And back then I did not, I didn't know. Even with my rest in peace designs with the digital airbrushing and stuff like that, you see my style all over, but nobody knows that that's my style. Like I've literally walked in stores and said, hey, can you create that shirt for me, where people have actually just knocked off my whole style of design. Now I don't design anymore, so I don't care.
Right.
Because I was lucky to elevate and not need that money, but it's real tricky out here. So you just have to have all of your legalities in place, all your paperwork in place, because if you don't, I mean, it comes back on you. You can get in trouble by doing copyrighted. People will steal your stuff. So it's just, you just have to be careful. But honey, I'm over here trying to put me I got some different products I'm trying on my hair this morning.
Okay.
To get rid of my gray. Yes. So give me a few minutes. Let me get dressed.
Okay, let me know when you're ready. They don't open up until like a 9, I think 9 or something like that.
Okay, it's 9:54. But I'm getting dressed, so I'll call you. Okay, all right. Okay. Okay, I gotta put this hair up because it's raining. Okay, bye-bye.
Right. Bye.
Okay. I am so sorry, y'all, but good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Now, how long have I been on here? Good morning. How long have I been on here, y'all? Good morning, bosses. It's been a while since we did a coffee with tea. It's raining outside, y'all. I got to do something with this hair. And, honey, I'm trying a new product to hide these grays. This stuff right here, this edge fixer, honey. Trying this right here. Ladies, tell me in the comments some products I could use. This is a jet black. I'm trying to hide these grays. Trying to hide these grays, y'all. I can't really see too good. I know it looks like they hidden pretty good. Because I'm tired of dyeing my hair. I am so tired of dyeing my hair. So, it's been a while since we had a coffee with tea segment. Got that phone call just as I was going live. And I wanted to go ahead and explain that to him. So that he would know. So let me kind of get y'all up to speed. So over the weekend, I had an order come through my website for some Gucci shirts. Literally the whole entire Gucci logo, Gucci print. And so that's what part of what we're going to talk about this morning. This isn't going to be just a whole copyright video, but we are going to talk about some things in your business. And what James had commented, and what he had commented on my Facebook page about the picture that I put up for copyright. And I said, you know, hey, if you have a image like this, you have a design or order like this come through your website, what would you do? Do you print it or do you refund all that money? Right? And I know that a lot of people will print it. It's very controversial when I talk about this type of stuff, but I mean, we got to keep it real here, right? We got to keep it real. Let me cut this light on a little bit. So yeah, so we have to keep it real here, and just kind of tell the truth about it and how, you know, all of this stuff can work and how you can get in trouble and all of that stuff. So, you know, not to say that, hey, I know that there are a lot of people that are out there that do things, they feel like they need to do it. If that's for you, then that's for you. But we're talking about me and in my business today. And you know, I make too much money to lose out on my business because I printed something copyrighted. So when y'all, I don't know if y'all were listening on here when the video actually went live, but James made a comment and said, well, hey, they're sending the logo over to you so you can print it. And then he called and asked me to explain why did I put that up on the website? What does, you know, like what why did I put it up there? So I wanted to explain it to him. So basically, you know, if an order comes over, like the order came over to me this morning, and I emailed the customer and I told them, I said, I'm sorry, but I'm unable to print your design because it is trademarked. And this was the full Kabam knockoff, right? And this is the thing, y'all. You don't know if Gucci, Prada, Coach, all of those companies, they have investigators that investigate people who do knockoffs. I actually want this hair up on the top of my head. They actually have people who investigate people who are doing knockoff printing, right? So You have to be very careful if you are into stuff like that. And anytime that you do anything online, you're leaving a digital footprint, right? From anything that you are doing online. I want that high ponytail look today, y'all. So you have to be very careful when, when you're doing that type of stuff. So for me, I just don't do it at all because I have a lot to lose. I have a lot to lose. And so I try to tell people, don't do that, because what happens is not only can you get caught up doing copyrighted stuff and lose everything that phone is hot this morning. T-shirt shop Dallas. Good morning. Uh-huh. Yes, ma'am. It's you can, but I think it's known. But yeah, go ahead and call them. And I need to speak to you about a business matter, and I'll give you a call back because I have a business proposition. Okay, I'll give you a call back in a little bit. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, y'all. So you just have to be careful, about doing copyrighted stuff. And when I say be careful, is don't do it. Just don't do it. Um, because you can get in trouble. And I know that there's like right now, everybody's doing it and everybody's seeing people putting up copyrighted stuff. And so even in my group, people put up copyrighted stuff. And so then, I don't really say too much because I feel like, to each his own. And I tell y'all, hey, don't print that. But, at the end of the day, you're responsible for you, you know. And that's all I have to pretty much say on that. But I want to talk about some things that have gone on over the weekend, right? Let's talk about some things that have gone on over the weekend. Y'all, is that covering those grays? Do I look like I'm all black-headed now? So, this weekend, on Friday, I received an email Friday at about 7 p.m. I tell y'all, answer those late night emails, answer those calls, right? Answer those calls, y'all. I'm telling you, answer those calls, because when you answer those calls, sometimes they can be pretty lucrative to you in your business. So I answered the email, and I spoke about this at the show, at the recent show. I spoke about this, about answering those, how there's a certain tone in a person's voice, and Rick said it's the tone of money, the sound. It's the sound of money, and he was right. So I answered that email, and it turned into about $12,000 order for me, which was a challenge because I tell y'all, stock is like crazy. It is crazy, crazy hard to find stock out there in shirts. Crazy. I wonder if I was to put that black stuff on my eyebrows, if it would make them darker. Do y'all see any grays, honey? I'm trying to cover up these grays and stop dyeing my hair. Maybe that will work. It's raining here in Dallas, y'all, so I have to put this hair up today. So I worked on the order over the weekend, and it took up my whole weekend, y'all. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. So get this call from, I tell the guy to call me, and he called me, and now my hands are super jet black. from all of the stuff. We'll figure that out. I can't put my facial cream and do all of that stuff. So, I told the guy, you know, I emailed him back and said, you know, hey, he said, hey, my printer just bailed on me. And I tell people all the time, people take jobs all the time that they know that they can't do, or they don't have the patience or the willpower to try to figure out how to get the job done, right? And so I worked over the weekend going through back and forth through product catalogs, searching websites, trying to figure out, because there's no stock in anything, right? There's no stock in anything. So I was going back and forth through all of that, trying to find all of that stuff, and finally found everything and got everything, and got the deal sealed last night. I'm gonna tell y'all, over the weekends, that's the time to seal the deal before Monday morning. Get the check before Monday morning if you can. It's nothing wrong with working on the weekends. If you know, like in between me doing stuff, it's like, okay, let me check stock on this, put this in here, figure out the quote. It was a very, very complicated quote because the t-shirt calculator only does 5 products. He needed like 7 products. There were sleeves, there are bags in the order, there's like all kinds of stuff, so a whole lot of different stuff going on with this particular order, and I was able to get it done. And I don't normally spend that kind of time with, you can't spend that kind of time with every customer, right? But you can when it comes to like really big orders. And so I got a very, very nice email. And the email is on the t-shirt printers page from this guy that basically was, let me see what he said. I'm gonna read it to y'all because this was the nicest email I think that I have ever received from a client, and it worked for me. It worked. It really did. It worked. So after 34 emails, there's literally 34 emails. I'm looking at it, and that's on one chain of email. I started a new email thread because there was so many emails, y'all. I started a new email thread because I had so many emails that we were going back and forth with. Okay, I'm putting the order together. We have scrubs and everything, y'all. Let's see here. I sent him the job estimate. Let me go over here, y'all. I can't even find the, we have so many emails back and forth, but I think I did take a screenshot when I put it in the group, so maybe I can find it that way. Because so this is the image of the y'all can't see it because that light is so bright, but that's the Gucci design, but it says Gucci up top in a light yellow. Y'all can't see it, so that's the order that I turned down. I'm refunding that, baby, because the girl don't have time for it. I don't have time for it. I don't have time to be getting caught up. Let's see here. Go to the screenshots. I can't find it, y'all. So anyway, it was a very, very, I'm gonna turn that light down because gosh, it's burning me up. Yeah, it was 34 emails back and forth, Miss Renobia. That's a lot, right? That is 34 emails is a lot of emails, y'all. Going back and forth. 34, honey. Okay, we good on the styles, worked out the issues. I'm telling you, we went back and forth because just about every shirt brand was out of stock. And so it took me a while. And I knew, this is the thing, I knew when this guy talked to me, I could hear that sound in his voice that he needed this done and that he was willing to pay what he needed. And I actually came under because the other company quoted him like 16,000. I actually ended up coming under on the bid. So of course a customer will love that, right? Of all of the information. Okay. Thanks for your kind words. Okay. Here is the email. After 33 emails, not including the ones that where we first started the first thread, I'll go back and look at those. Were probably about another 20, probably maybe about 15, 20 emails. I got an email last night at 9:53, y'all. I finished this sale at 9:53. I have been working on this periodically throughout the day, and not just like my whole weekend. It was pretty much covered my whole weekend though, because I started working on it Friday night, looking for stuff and all of that stuff. And then Saturday morning I got up, I did a little research, then I went and got groceries and spent some time with my big sister. We had ice cream, went and bought groceries, all that type of stuff. Honey, in the grocery store was off the chain. They had the wine tasters out and all kinds of stuff. She calls me bougie because I live in the hood, but I shop far north. And I have one particular store that I buy my groceries from. I always have been like that. And because I can't eat like low grade beef, so I only eat certain beefs. And so I told her, I said, well, we're going to go out here and shop. And she was like, why do you always go to this place? So when we got there and we were going through, and she got to taste the, taste test cheeses and different lunch meats and things like that. And then we did the wine testing. They didn't have anyone there doing testing on seafood this weekend, but we had a good time. So honey, she was happy. And we ended up coming back afterwards, and I put everything up, and then I worked on it a little bit more. So I don't want y'all to think I just spent my whole weekend on it. But last night, probably about 6 o'clock, I got on the computer and started finishing up the quotes from what I had been going through. And at 10 o'clock, I got this email. Okay, we should be all caught up. The agreement signed, both payments completed. So there was a contract involved in this because of the services that we're providing. So I had to send over the contract. I finally got my contracts down, so I had to send him over the contract. And if it's over a certain amount, I'm gonna always send you the contract and make you sign it. And then he just says, okay, now I need to see if this other company will be able to get the scrubs over to me in the morning. So work with me on that. And then here it is. I cannot thank you enough for your professionalism, your calm demeanor, your work ethic, and your positive attitude. Have made this experience a joy. You are the poster child of excellent customer service. After hearing "No, you can't" and "No, we won't" over and over and over again, it was so amazing to hear someone say more than once, "Yes, we can. Sure, I can do that. Let me see what I can do." Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are definitely the hero of this story. That was the email that I got. Made me feel good, y'all. Made me feel good. So today's Monday motivation. Have patience. Have patience. When there's a complicated order, don't run from it. Sometimes people run from when you have a lot, like y'all see me and y'all know I have a serious facial, I have that facial expression thing that I do when I get calls sometimes, and I'm like, gosh, hurry up. But God has been working with me And Ken has been working with me. God has been working through Ken to teach Ken how to help me be calm, right? So that's what I had patience. That's the only thing I can say with this logo. When I heard the stress in this customer's client, who's not client, we're not gonna call him customer, another Larry, right? In his voice, the stress of it all, and he was telling me, you know, they said they can't do this and they can't do that, and I'm willing to pay anything to get this done. That's me, y'all. I'm looking down at the phone. I'm like, he said I'm paying to pay anything to get this done. So within me doing all of that work, just bill for your time. Like I never, with this client, I never said, no, you can't do that. I said, okay. Anytime he would ask something, and it was a very complicated order. Well, can we do this? Can we add this on? I said, sure, we can do that. And as I say, sure, we can do that. You know, okay, it'll be a little extra, but we can do that. And you can just keep saying, you know, sure, let me see. Let me figure it out. Well, just be honest, this product isn't in stock, so let me figure out what we can find that's in stock that's going to work for you. It ended up working out for me. And so it really, you know, if you have that extra time, if it was done on the week and I'm answering phones and all of that stuff, I may not have had the time. Luckily, this is my downtime, and I love, you know, like I tell y'all, pick and choose your jobs, because if you're constantly taking little bitty jobs and you're just working to be working, you know, and not working to make a profit, that's the thing. Are you working to working, or are you working to make a profit, and to build your business? Because sometimes you have to kind of sit back so that you can grow. So I haven't been able to get anything done. The weekend I wasn't able to clean my floors or anything like that. I'm gonna look at you guys comments and kind of talk to y'all in here in the chat. Good morning, Miss Tampa. Good morning, Keisha. Precious Pieces, how are you? Jesse says there's a cyclone in West Virginia. Prayers for everybody in West Virginia. If you're in West Virginia, Jesse, you be careful. Be very careful. Good morning, Miss Renovia. Okay, Renovia, you at the gym trying to get that workout in, and hopefully at the same time as you getting that workout in, girl, try to get that money in. You know, hit them with that flyer, something, to see what you can do. Yes, Renova, it was good for me. It's always good for me and the customer, right? Just to, and for my workers, for employees, to keep them working, right? Good to keep people working too. So Keisha has an order for a cleaning company. Okay, Miss Keisha. Keisha has been getting them orders in, right? She's been getting them orders in. Go girl. Go girl. Go girl. Getting them orders in. How is your pricing working for you? Did you get the pricing set up in the t-shirt calculator so that you are able to zoom yet? I'm interested in knowing that, because I know that Keisha was having some problems with setting up the pricing, y'all. And if you have problems, you know, just hit me and I will explain it to you. But she's been getting her all of her ducks in a row and working on her website and just really just marketing and getting out there. And so she's just really, you know, taking advice, and she's, you know, ordering some transfers for stuff and doing screen printing. So y'all give Keisha a hand, because she has been really doing it. Okay, so Renovia asked her, does she have the logo, or do they have the logos, or do you have to create it? And let's talk about that. So Keisha didn't design the logo. And then she lost 2 orders. But she's not sweating because the orders were too low. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. As long as you know why you lost the orders, what you can do, better next time, if it's even something that you want to do. Because you say lost, so I'm thinking it's something that you wanted. But then you said they were too low, so I'm thinking maybe it was something that you wanted, and then you realize, hey, I can't be bothered because it's not enough profit in it. But you just have to make sure that um or it could be the count. Maybe you're talking about the number of shirts that they wanted. If that profit you were not able it, for me, y'all, I try not to touch a job like screen printing to on the screen printing press unless I'm able to make $300 off of it, just because it's not just me, it's other people involved and stuff like that. Miss Renobia, okay, girl. Miss Renobia has an order for Christmas shirts for a club, for a parade and a Christmas party, and needs to send the invoice for that. And you also have an order for sweatshirts and long sleeve dry fit. Y'all go, 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 Renobia, go. Get it, girl. Get it, girl. Go girl, go girl, get it, girl. Y'all killing it, y'all killing it. That's what I like to see in the comments. That's what I like to see in the comments. I like to see the bossing up. I like that, y'all. I like that. I like that y'all are activated. It's something about when you just get on that grind. It's about to be 2023. Keep on telling y'all about to be 2023. We keep saying it because we pushing, right? So Keisha has a question. Okay, Keisha, let's see. Okay, so Keisha says that, okay, Keisha has the questions about the gym that she's printing from. She's done like 7 or 8 free proofs for them only because I have a long-term plan. Why? So normally when you do the proof, like for the order I got, I haven't done the proof because I take the payment. So I try to get my payment in before the job proof, right? And it's really easy to get it done because within it's all about your wording. Like when I'm sending out my invoices, I let them know you'll receive your job proof after the payment. The reason I do it like that, and it's worded something like after once your order once your payment has been received, your order will go to the print department, and then from there they will send you over a job proof. You need to something about you need to make sure that you check the emails for the job proof so that you can approve the order before it goes to print, right? So that's how I do mine. And the reason I do it like that, girl, is because I'm not doing a bunch of job proofs without making sure that I got that money, right? So first thing you want to do is to try to get the money. You can do a job proof, and let's say get as much as like me at 8 job proofs. That's a lot. That's a lot. At that point, you need to start billing for your time. Like this weekend, honey, I added it on in there for my time, right? So it depends, like you said, this is going to be an ongoing long-term plan, right? So you're trying to take this customer and turn this customer into a client, into a long-term client, right? But at the same time as you are turning this customer into a client, you have to make sure that if it's not a 10G customer, 8 proofs is a lot. 8 proofs is a lot even for a 10 grand customer, y'all. It's a lot. I would first, you need to make sure that you have exactly everything that they want. So for me, for this order that I'm doing, we've finally narrowed it down to the shirts. So now that we have the shirts, I get the information on the print that's going on the shirts, the color of ink and all of that. And then once I send you the job proof, it should not be a reason for me to keep doing the mock-ups, right? It shouldn't have me be a reason for me to keep doing mock-ups, because at that point I already know the shirts, the shirt colors that we're using. We already got that on the template. Boom, pop that on there. We got the artwork. Boom, we popping that on there. We got the ink colors. So what is it that's in the mock-up? What is it that they're constantly asking to change? Is it the design? Because if it's the design, then you need to go back to the design, not send full mock-ups. Get the design down, you know. Or if you said they're using the design, so if they're using the design, then if they're creating the design or they're sending the design over to you, then it's their design. So I'm not understanding what the problem is. But for me, I'm going to give you a free mock-up. That's going to be the first one. It's going to be free. And after that, you're going to start paying. But honestly, I do two. I'll do the first mock-up, and then you kind of tell me how you want to switch it up. After that, after the second one, I've gotten frustrated, and I'm working on me, y'all. Y'all know I'm working on me. I'm working on patience. But time is money. So after that, we need to be billing for the mock-ups. It's $25 per additional mock-up. And there's a way that you can just tell people is when you email them, you say, okay, well, we offer our first mock-up. If they send back something, like from me, I send you the mock-up. I'd ask you to approve it or to reply with changes. If you reply with changes, then that's fine, right? That's fine for you to reply with changes. And then I go back in and I create that, because we fixed everything the second time in that second mock-up, right, that you need. Anything after that is additional fee, you know, and you can charge whatever it is that you say that you feel that you need. If it's $25 per additional mock-up, $30, $35, whatever it is that you feel that you need to charge, that your time is worth, and I don't know how long it takes you to do it. So I hope that helps. So Keisha says, I want to use the gym to give me credibility to print for other gyms trying to make it a niche, but they are all over the place and I'm tired of doing proofs. They're not the gym for you. You don't need a gym to give you credibility. You don't need a gym to give you credibility, because this is the thing. Most people, when they contact you, they're not going to know who you've printed for, right? A lot of people who contact me, they don't know who I've printed for. They may go onto the website. I think when you go onto my website, there's a gallery somewhere or something like that, but you don't need them to give you credibility with other gyms. What you do, if you're trying to do gyms, what I would do is I would go on to my distributor's website. I would go to the resource files. I would pull up garments that gyms use, and then I would create the mock-ups, and I would set out my plan, start doing my marketing. I would put pictures on social media of mock-ups and things like that. Like I said before, you know, when me and you spoke one-on-one, and I told you, you know, hey, you need pictures of actual work that you've done, even if it's work that you have just done there at home, in your home office where you've printed shirts. I would put that stuff up, because you have to remember, there was a time when I had not printed for big companies. I had not done a lot of things, and so I did not have I didn't have anybody to, you know, any companies or anything like that to give me referrals and stuff like that. But honestly, if that gym is having you do stuff over and over and over again, and they're all over the place, they're just not the customer for you, or they're not ready and they're giving you the runaround. So I would definitely, what I would do is I would sit down and talk to whoever it is and be very nice, but be very firm, and say, you know, hey, I really do want to work with you guys, but in order for me to continue down this road, in order for us to continue this business relationship, I need to know exactly what it is that you need, because this does take time. out of this does take time for me to create these mock-ups. And you know, and we can continue to do this, but from this point forward, I'm gonna have to charge you X dollars per markup moving forward. Point blank, period. And then walk away. And if they really want your services, then they will go ahead and continue the relationship, because what it sounds like is they may have a trust issue with you, right? They may have a trust issue with you. And what I mean is, by you allowing them to keep getting mock-ups, right? By you allowing them to keep switching the designs, keep being all over the place, then it's a matter of disrespect. They're not respecting you, and they're not respecting your time, right? And you can't deal with people who don't respect you and don't respect your time. So think about that. And don't be afraid to walk away from the deal, because you're not playing checkers, we playing chess, right? You got to have a poker face on with this. And don't make sure, Keisha, that you are not being perceived as needy. And I hope you get that, being perceived as, hey, I need this job, right? As they are running the show. And so you have to remember that, you know, like because you're busy. You're always busy. Don't always be available. And so I hope that helps. And if you want to give me a call, we can talk about that. So, so Tampa says she has, yeah, so, you know, you are your own credibility. I did Christmas, Thanksgiving mock-ups and posted on my website and social media. Thank goodness. Okay, girl. Yes, yes. Good question. Okay. How much do you add for your time? That's part of the setup design fee, right? No, ma'am. That is called a pitta fee. Pain in the ass fee is what we call it. And so if you're working on the mock-up, right? Let me see here. Let me go back. I ain't got my glasses on. Where are they? Okay, so okay, how much do you add for your time? Okay, we're talking about I thought you was talking about over the weekend that I was doing. Okay, we're talking about on the mock-ups. Yeah, $25 per mock-up after the initial free mock-up in the sec. So you're gonna do the first design mock-up is free, right? So you're gonna call it a digital proof. Your digital proof is free. Okay. Then if they reply with changes, because you got to give a person a chance to reply with changes within a job proof, it may be something misspelled, it may be something, you know, just small things. And so then you're going to do one redo, right? But this is not a whole complete design. So if they change the whole complete design on you, then now you're going back to design fees. So I want to make sure that y'all understand that the mock-up process and the design fees are totally different, right? But yeah, so after that, if it's the regular mock-up, they either approve it or disapprove it, don't approve it or approve it with changes. Sometimes people will approve it with changes and they don't request a second mock-up. But if you do the second mock-up, it should be something that's really, really easy to go in and just fix. And then after that, going on into the third and fourth and all of that. And with Keisha, it sounds like they don't even know what design they want. That's what sounds like the problem is that they don't know what design they want. And a lot of times what you can tell a person is, if I get a person and they're undecisive on what it is that they want, it's because she's doing mock-ups. It sounds like she's doing free designs. That's what it sounds like. To me, is that you're giving free designs. Let me know in the comment if I'm right or if I'm wrong, because if that's the case, that problem can easily be solved with a design fee. And so a design fee and the mock-up fee is different. So let's say if we're doing, you know, if you have a one color logo, we're going to create a design for you from scratch. We're talking about $45 to $55 just to, you know, create something basic. And if we're doing mid-level design, we may be looking at about $100. And if we're doing a complex design, you know, that can start at $150 and up. So it just depends. So you gotta, if you charging them that, trust and believe they will not be switching up those designs, right? And even when I'm doing the design fee, I'll send you the design without doing a whole complete mock-up, send you kind of different design elements. And within me sending you that design element, I saw that somebody said down there something about copywriting. How do you put a watermark in there, right? So what you do is, instead of sending them the vector file, you're going to create that as a JPEG. Don't save it as a PNG, save it as a JPEG on a background, right? And then put the watermarks through there, you know, go in and fade the watermarks in there. Most people like me, I could take a watermark out of just about anything. But and that's because people don't do it right. But if you make it small, just big enough for them to see, then you know that will suffice. Okay. Let's see. So we talked about the fees for that. I need to post more too, Renobia. I need to hire somebody to do. I need to hire someone to do Instagram posts for me, and even to edit these videos, because that's why y'all haven't had any videos. I got tons of videos out, but honey, ain't nothing really getting edited and getting put up. So we still have videos from, you know, a ways back that I just don't have time. I just don't have time to get them edited, but I need someone to do my social media for me. And I have like all of the little clips and stuff like that, but I don't have time to put it up. So I've been trying to find someone, you know. Okay, so she says what they keep changing is the colors of the design and the apparel. So what I would do is, I would, if they keep changing the apparel, I would not keep doing the mock-ups. I would do the design without the without it being on the apparel, and that's what they're gonna get. I'm gonna do the design. If you need to change the color, that's something we can do verbally. I'm not gonna keep going back and doing it, but I think that sometimes people will just they may not really want something, and they don't really want to tell you that, hey, we're not in this, in you know, you need to just ask them sometimes, you know, just ask them, hey, are you ready to proceed with this? And if not, girl, cut your losses from that gym and move on. Go find another gym. I mean, you know, revisit it later on, but don't keep going back and forward with them. I mean, because when they're ready, if they want you to print it and they're ready, then you know, hey, you will get it. And you know, but you can't just hold up. Okay. Good morning, C Denise. How you doing? You've been hearing a lot from me. Tampa says you're gonna have to relocate me to Texas. LOL, you need me. LOL, I need the work. Okay. Okay. shoes. I can have anyone can do, you can do social media and stuff like that from anywhere, girl. Hayden, good morning, Hayden. Yes, those pita fees. You got to think about that. Like in the, so when I did this quote, right? It was the time that it took to do it, just to give it, like, and this is the thing, like, I wish that the website distributors would put quantities of the available quantities on our catalogs, because what happens is a customer will go, you send them the link to the catalog, right? I send links out to the catalog and I'll say, okay, these are the, like, I try to go in and find things that you might like. Here are my 3 recommendations for products for you based on what they've told me throughout our conversation or our emails. And so I'll go in and I'll find, these are 3 things that I think that you may like, 3 different shirt styles. I think they want a short sleeve, a long sleeve, and a raglan tee, right? But they wanted it the same shirt in men's and women's style, so it was a challenge. So I found the short sleeve tee, a raglan tee, and a long sleeve tee. The problem is that certain things were not in stock. The ones that I sent them over, I try to send stuff over that's in stock. So I did send stuff over in stock. And I said, if you would like to take a look at the full catalog, click here. And so it'll have the little click in the email, and it also has the link to the stuff that I have. It also has the link to the individual products. So what happened is he didn't like the color selections that were available for some of the products, and then he went and found better products, higher quality garments on some, lower on others, because price matters, fit matters. Some people really want to look at all of that stuff. So he looked through the catalog, and with him looking through the catalog, he sent me back about 6 styles that they wanted to do for their brand. So it's like, okay, cool. But he can't see what's in stock from what's not in stock. And so that's something that I think that all of the major distributors are kind of lacking on, because now since COVID, if y'all notice, when you go onto distributor websites, there are really no shirts that are women's long sleeve shirts, right? Go look across the brands, and when you go into your distributor's catalog, go and look and put in women's long sleeve shirts. There are really no women's long sleeve shirts. There aren't too many men's long sleeve shirts. So people, and then when it comes to like colors and stuff like that, but in women's styles, there's basically, I think I found like 1 or 2 shirts. So I had to go from Staden, I shopped Staden, Alpha, and Samar. I did those 3 catalogs. And then finally, we started finding stuff. But I think if they had, if the distributors would put inventory in our product catalogs on the front end, then people could see in real time what the inventory is. So that was a real problem. So Keisha says she plans on meeting with the owner by herself so we can figure this out. She's involving too many people. Oh, honey. See? Can't. I got you. I feel you on that. Yeah. She cannot. Yeah. So she's trying to include. She's trying to include different people in the process of ordering, and so she's undecisive. So what I would ask her, I would sit down, I would go, have our meeting, and try to schedule your meeting away from the gym if you can. If there is a little, like a little smoothie shop or something like that, that you guys can go and sit down and have a one-on-one, try to schedule that meeting off from there, and then just be honest with her and just tell her, say, hey, we need to really figure this out, and this is what I can do for you. And then make sure that you have all of your color swatches. Be very, very prepared when you go. Have your laptop, have all of your color swatches, have anything that you think that will help you close the deal if you have to go through it right then and there. I do work sessions with people, but if I'm going to do a work session and I'm sitting down with them, I do charge for that time, right? I do charge for that time of me because that's a designing. You're right there and they're in your face, and you're taking the mock-ups and you're popping the design on there. So you have to make it very, very simple for you. But I would sit down and get that solid idea from her. Everybody wants something different, and what I would do is I would talk to them about, because it sounds like if they're rebranding, they don't know who they are, right? And so if they do not know, if she does not know what her brand's identity is for this gym, I don't know if it's a small gym or national gym. Sounds like it's probably a smaller gym. They need to figure all of that stuff out before you jump into doing their t-shirts, as far as the branding, and that might be the problem. They need to figure out what it is that they're doing. And hey, you can come up with color schemes for them rebranding, like they need to go and download my PDF, honey, on finding your brand's identity. Send them to the Lady PB site. Yeah, they need to figure out what their brand colors are. So you can get fabric swatches you can get them from the expos. You can get them from, like Renovia says, she got them from the expo. When she went to the expos on Gildan, you can go to gildan.com, and I think they have a resources tab somewhere in there, and you can order swatches from them. You can order swatches from whoever your wholesale dealer is, and I may even have some. If you reach out, I might have some extras around here that I can send over. But first you need to figure out, and I used to have, do I still have the swatch book? Yeah, I still have the swatch book. Here's the swatch book right here. I don't use it that much, but for those people who might be on that or look at the video later, this is the swatch book that has, oh, it's upside down, y'all, that has swatches, and I normally update it. It's upside, some of them are upside down, but this has the swatches of all of this. And so once you build your swatch book, you keep that. Like now, this is the 2021, so I gotta update that. And sometimes and go ahead and make sure you get your swatches, because these things are hot, and it's kind of hard to, they're kind of hard to come by now. But every apparel distributor, if you have a wholesale account, that's part of the, see, I got a bunch of the same ones right here. Y'all, this is upside down. So comfort colors. So if you have this with you, you ready to go when you go into a gym or whatever. And for me, I would have, if you have colors, actual shirts, you can have, like for me, in the Hanes style, right? Let's say that I have a Hanes shirt, and back here it tells me every color on here. It has the colors and the style numbers, right? So for any style, I can quickly look over and see, is that style available in whatever color that person wants, right? And that saves me a lot of time. I believe you can also see, are we able to see sizes? I can't even see this, y'all. Yeah, so you can see on here, I can tell the 5180, the beefy tee, it comes in small through 3X and then 4X through 6X, right? So I can look on here and tell what it comes in, what color codes it's available in. And then we just got everything right there at our hand, at our fingertips. It's real easy. And what I would do is, let's say for, I don't know what shirts you're using for the gym, but let's say if it's a beefy tee, right, that they're looking at, I may not have all of those t-shirt colors, but I have this swatch so I can present you with a beefy tee and have the colors here to show you all the colors. So that keeps me from having that whole line of shirts. So basically you have that one shirt, you can see the fabric, what it feels like, and all of that, and you can see the colors from here. And you can also do, if you're on a if you have an iPad or you're on your phone or something like that, and you are dealing with wholesale distributor, go into the resources tabs on any distributor's website. Most of them now have the e-catalogs where you can actually see video and stuff like that. So I have all of those links that when I'm out and about and you say, hey, do you have, you know, like a dry fit shirt? Well, honey, let me hit it. Boom. And I can pop it up and show it to you so you can see it in real time and in real color, because sometimes people will see the swatches and then they still want to see an actual shirt. But honey, you can even do better than showing them that. You can let them see a person modeling it, right? And you still have a physical shirt there, even though it's not the same color. So I hope that that helps. Also, y'all know you can go in and do sales sheets. It's so much stuff that you can do when you're signed up with the distributors. It's so much stuff you can do. Good morning, Latrell. The brand identity. Let me see where it is. It's over on the Lady PB site. Let me see if I have activated it. It's under my ebooks. It is under the ebooks. I know that the last, let me see, is the one of the ebooks is on there for absolutely free right now. See here. So when you go to ladyprintboss.com, go to my ebooks. Working your business from the outside in. I know that that one is on there for free. It actually has a product code on that one. Let's see. If you, yep, you can't get it without the product code, or it's $59. So let's see where the product codes are. What was the product code for that one? That product code is in another video. I'll see if you're interested in that one. I'll see if I can get you the product code. The 7 key steps to finding your brand's identity. Let me see. That one is not available. So what I will do is I will put that link up. I need to add that to the website. I was actually going back and redoing. I actually went back and redid that ebook. But if you want that code to that one, oh, actually, you can get the code to the ebook when you go to the website. I remember now, y'all. I have so much stuff going on. When you go to the website, there is a pop-up that will pop up on the website. And it gives you, let me go into incognito, because honey, y'all know that I do stuff and then it's up there and it's out there for sale and or for download, whether it's free, different things, and it's up there and I'm never going back and looking at it, because it, once it's up there, that's one thing I like about ebooks and stuff like that, is once it's up there, it's up there. So if you want to get it for free, go to the website, wait for the pop-up to pop up. It says grow your business from the inside out. You'll see a purple and green pop-up with a picture of me and Rick talking at the shop talk, and there is a product code right there. It emails you the product code. So there are different product codes. That's what it is. So that deal ends October 29th, 2022, y'all. So make sure you go over there and do that. And then so what I do with the ebooks, the way the ebooks are working, you can either purchase the ebook from the website, or you can wait until and Renovia put the actual link to the book, but just go to latana.com because that's where the pop-up is going to pop up on that front page, right? So when that pop-up pops up, sign up for the email, and then you're into my funnel. And then once you sign up, then you will receive a code to put in to get that ebook for free. The other one I will release, because I do that, I give that ebook out for free when I do different events, and so it's not released. So that means that this one will stay up for free until the 29th, and so then in November the next ebook will be available. So wait till the 1st, and then you'll be able to get that, because that's going to be released then on the 1st. So hope that makes sense, and then get it while it's hot, because I put the ebooks out and then I pull them back. So, you know, so get it while you can get it. And I'll post too also. So see, Denise, what I do, yeah, your customers can use it as well. So the ebook that defining your brand's identity, I actually use that ebook as a lead magnet. And what I mean is, so like if I do an event, I go out and I do an event or something somewhere, I have that up. And you can, if you sign the QR code, scan my QR code, it will take you to a landing page that tells you, hey, you can download the ebook, and then they are able to download the ebook when they sign up for the mailing list. And what that does is that kind of puts them into my funnel, for me to be able to market to them in other ways. So that's what I use my ebooks for, is to actually to grow the business as a, you know, as a lead magnet. And customers like that, not just, you know, people who are doing t-shirts, even your actual customers who are doing brands, they love it, because it's like, okay, they don't even know that I didn't know that I need brand colors. I don't know that I need this. I don't know what my brand's identity is. I don't know who my customer is. So by writing that stuff down, and it's like a workbook, it's not just, you know, so it's a workbook where you're going to actually be putting in that information, so that you can, you know, boss up in your business. So it'll be real good for your customers. Okay, so see, Denise, I've been binge watching you because my Echo Solvent printer won't print black. Okay, so it's not the print head. Okay, so did you see the video where I showed where it's printing in the lines, where the lines can be clogged? So you have two places. Either that line can be clogged coming into the printer cartridge. So take that loose, see if the ink is flowing. When you take it loose, make sure you have like a little cup or a little bottle or something. See if that ink is flowing through there. If the ink is flowing through there, then the problem is within the cartridge. So if you take the cartridge up under the cartridge first, before you do any of that, let's back up. Take the cartridge, pull the cartridge out, prime the cartridge. When you pull the ink through the cartridge with your syringe, and make sure you look at the video. I think did I put that video up already, y'all? I think I just put a video up. See if it comes and it primes through. If it's priming through, then you know that it's on into the print head. If it's not priming through, then it's not the print head. And that means it's somewhere in the line, or it's at the very back of the cartridge. So it's only like a couple of places it can be. And the Echo Solvent inks, the Echo Solvent cleaner is on the website. I just used it last night. I'm going to do a video on, I think I already did it. I don't know if I put it up or not, but I have a video clip did I do it? I did it, but I haven't put it up, y'all. I haven't put it up. So, so I have not put that video up, but if you use the cleaner, and this one is made specifically for your Eco Solvent inks, right? You need to have a cleaner specifically for Eco Solvent, one for your DTF and all of that. So if you use the cleaner and you follow the video instructions, and I got everything on here to tell you, you know, to follow the video instructions, then you can just use this cleaner as a preventative, right? It's got the little top here, so you can just pour just a little bit into the calving station every night and you'll be fine. Okay, so let's see here. So you have the ET 15,000, the black prints lines on the test print, but if I print 000, it brings gray with black lines. It's so weird. Okay, so the test print, okay, so that sounds like your color profiling. So let me go back. Let me look at this real quick. Okay, so the printer won't print black. And then she said the black prints lines on the test print. So you mean lines through the wording? But if I print 00, it brings gray with lines. Okay, so it needs to be cleaned. You need to run a head cleaning. And if you are running head cleanings on the Echoes on that printer, I'm going to show you guys how to take off the that tube to the maintenance tank. And I wonder, did my order come? I ordered something for that, so I'm going to be doing a video in the next few days on putting that external maintenance tank on there in a bottle, right? So you'll be able to have that go out so that you can run the head cleaning without filling up the maintenance tank to where you'll get that, you know, that code telling you that the printer's dead and all that stuff. So look for that video. But if you, and that will get rid of the lines. But if your print colors are close to black, but not black, so what she's talking about is she's not getting the RGB black, right? And so you're getting the colors that are close to black, then that's in your settings. That's in your printer settings for that printer. And so what are your printer settings, your preferences? Like, are you printing and what? And that's going to give you, that's going to be determined that black, let me see. Give me 1 second, because sometimes I can look up stuff real quick and I'm going to tell you what to try. I don't know what substrate you're printing on. So I would print on like a photo paper, put a plain piece of paper and a photo piece of paper off in there and do testing on plain paper settings, test it on photo paper settings and see if your black comes out. You may have to go in and change depending on what inks you're using. You shouldn't really need a color profile with your inks, but sometimes you need to go in. You may want to go in and boost up your contrast back in the Epson settings. I don't recommend the Epson RGB for the Eco Solvent ink. So I think it's in your settings though. That part is in your settings if you're not getting a true black. That's in your settings, and it also has to do with, because it has to do with the paper, right, that you're using. It has to do with the paper you're using, and it has to do with your settings. So I will go through all of that. The line comes up, but it's missing a line at the bottom. Okay, so you have one little line that's missing at the bottom. That's in your print head. If the line is jagged, like where you have like the letter R and you have half the R over here and half the R over here, then that means you need to calibrate. But if you're missing, like say you have the letter R and you just have that piece that's missing at the bottom, that means that you have a nozzle in your print head that's not firing. And so, and that could be, you know, something up underneath the print head. That could be just a little clog in the print head. So I would take the cleaner and run the cleaner through the print head just on the black channel. And I'm going to be doing a video on that. And I'm probably going to end up doing that video today about 5 o'clock and putting it up. So, because I've got a blue that I've been working on over here. And every time, y'all, I start working on stuff, it's crazy because I got so many orders and things going. I got the DTF printer in the back that I'm cleaning it. Sublimation printer, I think it's gone out. When I moved it, I think I kind of shook some stuff up, and I'll see, but I'm probably going to end up buying another one of those. The Echo Solvent printer has been sitting, so the new way that I'm going to be doing it, and I should have been doing this all along, you should be ordering your stuff all the time, right? But you should be running it all the time, and I don't, because I'm so busy doing other stuff. So my intentions was to get all of that stuff done the weekend, and then the order came in, and so I just got a lot of stuff going on. I'm even I'm gonna have to cancel my birthday trip to the Ritz-Carlton. I hate to do it, but I'm gonna be working. I'm gonna be working my birthday weekend, y'all. So I'm gonna be working my birthday weekend. Yep, I'm gonna be working my birthday weekend. Renobia is in that sauna, honey. Ooh. Y'all know I have been taking those skinny shots, Renobia, and they have really, really been working for me. Skinny shots really have been working for me, and I done start back eating what I want to eat, y'all, and I gotta stop that. But they are really working for me. So also, y'all, so I'm looking to buy a couple of printers, and I want to do the Eco Tank printer. I want to do the Eco Tank printer. However, I know that a lot of people don't know how to take that cart off. And so I think that with the Eco Solvent inks, that especially with the yellow, that was turning brown, if you're able to shake it up. So I may do a printer conversion. I'm trying to figure out if I even want to be bothered with it. If you look back at the videos 5-6 years ago where I was doing the CISSs, it was a challenge, and I don't know if I want to be bothered with it. So trying to figure that out. But I'm gonna get up off of here, y'all, and try to get some work done, get these mock-ups done. It's about 11. The 4580, let me look that up right quick, because I do need some recommendations, y'all, for I was looking at, I want one that's going to be at least 11 by 17 for at least a 11 by 17 printer. So if you have recommendations, tell me, y'all, because I'm looking for one now. Let's see, the 4580, let's see how many. So the 4850 prints on front and back of the page. Let's see, which ain't gonna help me because we're not printing on front and back. What size is that printer? Only 8.5 by 11? Girl, I would have bought a 2720 or 2760 or something like that. but it has excellent print resolution. It has a 4800 print resolution for text, but you have the mobile printing option, the email print, print to cloud. Honey, you got some of everything on there. Android printing, 11 copies per minute. That's not bad. Not bad at all. So yeah, I'm looking for the one that I was looking for, y'all. I think it was the WF 7820. I used to use a 7710 and the 7720 back in the day. And Epson had bricked the 7710 and 7720s to where you could not use the external cartridges, right? It would just keep coming up telling you that you were having problems. But that 7820 is $299, and it does prints up to 13 by 19. Now I know that, and within it doing 13 by 19, it used to be where you would put it in one cartridge, like I think from the top feed. Is it a top feed printer? I'm gonna show y'all. Actually, let's see here. That's what I'm thinking, to get the ET 15000 for one of them, for one of the printers that I'm gonna get. See, Denise, and then the other one's gonna be, you know, the El Cheapo for something to show people how to use the other one. So trying to see, because if I can, so what I would do is, if I get this one, let me put it up. Let me see if I can move it. I'm gonna move it over to this one. That's the only thing about this is, when you do this printer, if I was to do, okay, where is my, here we go. Okay, so if I was to do this printer right here, y'all, it's only $299, which is very, very affordable for anybody. But I would have to run a CISS system with it, because I don't have time for the cartridges, right? And that's just like having the Echo Tank. But I may have a problem with the cartridges because this does not use the chipless technology. So I gotta look that up and see. And that's where it's like, okay, do you spend another $400 and get that? Because even with the CISS system, you're gonna be spending money. You're gonna be spending, oh, probably about $100 or $80 on the conversion. So you know, you could spend, you really only out of like $300. So here it is right here, the ET 15000. The Echo Tanks are made so cheaply. The only thing I don't like about the Echo Tanks, they're not like the workforce printers. They are made a lot sturdier than the Eco Tank printers. But the convenience of the Eco Tank is off the chain. So this one is, what is it, 11 by 17? See, Denise, I thought you said it was 13 by 19. Is it 13 by 19, or they're just putting this up here? Let me see. Is this the right one? I know it was 13 by 19, wasn't it? Yeah, 14 depth. Let me see. The DPI is 4800, which is fine. So you can do the mobile printing. It's not a portable printer. 5 impressions per minute. So it has 2 paper trays. So what is the top fed paper tray? Is there a top fed tray on this? Let me see. Because I do not like bottom fed printers. See, Denise, is there a top fed tray? Yeah, there is. So I love the top fed trays. So yeah, I know you do. And I'm not really a fan of that because I tried that. Like I said, you know, hey, if you go back and look at my videos, I was probably one of the first people who was converting printers, doing that back in the day. But I wasn't a fan of it because with the chipless, even with the chipless, right? Even if you're using a chipless printer, sometimes you have issues. So Tampa, do you have issues? Do you ever have, like, because back then it was like all the time when, and especially when you needed that printer to print, then all of a sudden it would not recognize the chip. Epson would, you know, set it to where it would not recognize your chip. And so that's what my concern is with me buying it and you know, and having it not recognized. So girl, let me know, because I don't want to buy something and then it not recognize, you know, once I do the chipless technology, it does not recognize it. Because I need to be printing, and you know, I don't want any problems. I don't need a protection plan. I'm just gonna put that in my cart, y'all. Okay. Let me go over to the Epson.com. Because see, when you go over to Epson, it says the bottom tray. Okay, that's on the on the okay. So yours is okay. So on the bottom tray, the back tray. Okay, that's what I like to use. I like to use that back tray. That's what I want to know. I like, because that's what I like. I like for my prints to come straight down. I don't like that curving around. And that was the problem that I had with the 7710 and the 7720s back in the day. Why I ended up not going with those anymore, because of the headaches. So I'm still waiting on Tampa to tell me if the Tampa, can you convert a HP Office Jet to Sublimation? Hold on, y'all. Thank you for calling T-Shirt Shop Dallas. How can I help you?
Yeah, I was calling to see if y'all are able to print on garments that I provide. So like a design on a hoodie that I would take to y'all, for example.
No, sir. The only way I print on outside hoodies is if you have a account with one of the wholesale distributors, and then you would get it. We would have to pick it up directly from the distributor.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Sorry. Bye bye. Okay, y'all. So I'm thinking about Tampa says the HP Office Jet 2000. Is that little small mobile printer? Tampa, how long have you had the printer which one are you running? The 7820? These here are the workforce printers, y'all. $28.50, honey, for 69 bucks. You can't beat that. Is that all the workforce printers they have? No, I'm not. I must not have clicked on the right thing, honey. I really prefer a photo printer, but we not printing anything, so. So Tappa says she hasn't had any problems with hers, y'all. So maybe they fixed that problem on that printer. $13 by 19. 7310. Sometimes when you buy these printers, it's kind of a good idea to go back some, because if you go back and find a printer that is an older printer, it normally already has everything, and you may not need that chipless technology. So let me look up that one. But here's a 7310 that does 13 by 19 and 11 by 17 for $249, right? For $249, 13 by 19. I'll look and see if I can get the conversion for that. Let's see what the DPI is. Really, when you're doing these prints, it's not a big deal. So this one, you also have to think of if you're converting to sublimation, or whether you're converting, when you're converting to sublimation or eco solvent. The other thing you have to think of is how many colors is in it. Do you want to do 4 colors, or do you want a printer that does 6 colors, right? Because that's going to determine the cost on inks. So I got to figure that out. This one looks like it's just 4 colors, black, blah, blah, blah. And print modes. So this one uses the Durabright, which is a really good ink. I could use it in something else. So what I look for is, I'm going to be looking for the printer settings, because y'all know some printers will have matte settings. Some printers can print on transfer film. Some printers can't. So like, you ever have a printer and then you may look at you may be used to looking at printing on presentation matte, and then you go into the printer and it's not a presentation matte settings. So different printers have different settings. So I have to look all of that type of stuff up. To see, I used to have, that's the 7820. Let's see what the difference is in. So the 7310 does not have the touch screen. The 4-inch touch screen on it. That's the difference. But everything else is and it does not have the 250 paper trays. Well, this one does, but this one, the 7820, does not. So that might be something to look into. Some people say they hate the printer. Some people say they love the printer. That might be one. Let me write that one down. I may go with something like that, but I need to do a little specs, but I will let y'all know. I'm new to this. How much do you charge your clients? For what, Gabriella? For consulting, for t-shirts, for what are we talking about? Oh, you're gonna use that response for people? Yeah. So I tell most people I don't deal with customer provided garments, and the reason I don't is because people will bring you stuff from all kinds of places. But there are some times that I need, like some companies that some people that I will take custom provided garments. So if, like, because I do contract printing too, for, you know, like some people from YouTube hit me, some people from companies hit me, and you may have a brand or a logo that you want to get printed, you don't want to print it yourself, and then, you know, we will give you, you know, contract pricing. But in order for me to do that, I'm going to pick up those shirts from the warehouse. Like, you can place, so what companies do is you can place your order at the warehouse, and then they can send it directly to us. Or even if people, like I've got a guy who's ordering he's ordering scrubs off of Amazon. Those scrubs are being sent directly to me because I don't want to touch nothing that's used or none of those other headaches. And what that does is that kind of gets you away from those little 1 and 2 pieces, those people who, I mean, because it's a headache when you're running, just quite frankly, it's a headache when you're running a business and you trying to cater to customers who want to drop off stuff, especially when you're at home. By the way, did y'all see the video? Is the video released? Did I release a video showing the box that I bought for the house? Did I release that video? Because I know I didn't put I set it to auto release. And I did not put the link up in the description on where I bought the drop off box. Let's see here. Yep, it is. It has been released. It was released 26 minutes ago. It's the best package drop off box. So I needed a box to go outside of my house because I'm going to start doing all of this shipping. And so I've been wanting something for a minute, y'all, to put packages in, because I'm not going to the UPS store, honey. I'm not going to the FedEx. I'm not going to the post office to ship. I'm not going and doing all of that, right? It's too much of my time. And it's too much of your time too, when they have stamps.com, ups.com. They have all these websites. You can go on there, you can create your account, you can have them come and pick up that stuff from your door. So for me, I needed a solution, because for one, me and Ken, we get Amazon packages every day. I am an Amazon freak, okay? I love Amazon. Since COVID, y'all know that's all I do is I shop on Amazon. I got stuff coming in all the time, and I don't want packages, for one, just sitting out in my yard. But then there became a need that from working at home, sometimes people will call me and I'm like, yeah, I'll do that order. And even if it's, you know, 5 or 6 shirts and it's something that I want to do, I'll go ahead and I'll take that order and create a video out of it, or just to, you know, get some creativity, or to get some pocket change for the kids, whatever. And you may need to, I'll put that outside in the drop box, right? This one was like, I think it was like $70, or right at $70. And it has a place to put a lock on it. So I can easily put a padlock with a code right on it, and I can tell customers pick up. So I'm no longer stuck. If I want somebody to come and pick up a package, you can pull up, honey, get out your car, walk up to the lockbox, open it up, get your package out of there, and go on about your business, and not have to get it directly from me, like me sitting around waiting on you. And now with Uber, I'm gonna tell y'all, so I have been trying to solve the problem of, well, I'll tell y'all about that in a minute. But yeah, that's what what the box is great for. The box is great for delivering packages. It's also great if you got a lot of UPS packages or FedEx or whatever packages that you need to ship out. Put them in the box, put a note on the UPS website saying, you know, hey, this is where you pick the packages up. They'll have like a note where they can pick the packages up, because they tell you to put it outside, right? And let me see, because I put it up, and let me see. Let me get the link for you real quick. Let me get the link real quick. Let me get the link real quick. Oh, let me get the orders. Y'all know I'm on here. I'm ordering, literally like ordering stuff every day, honey. Let's see. Where is my box? Y'all see me, I get stuff. I'm talking about, I'm just, between me and Ken and these businesses, we ordering stuff on Amazon like every day and for ourselves too. So let me give y'all a product link for this. So up here I can do this. So the box is $89 now. So did it copy the link? I said give me a text link. Okay. Let me put that down here in the thing for y'all. Somebody put that. Shit, I can't comment on here because I keep forgetting that I am actually in let me see if I can, let me see. I would have to go to the actual YouTube where y'all are at to do that. Where y'all at? Here y'all go. Okay. Okay, let's see if that works. Okay, did that work? Okay, that works. So that is the link. Now let me get this back up. Okay. So yeah, there's the link in the thing. But this is the box, y'all, and I love it. I absolutely love the box. So make sure you go watch the video. It was real easy to put together. And you know how sometimes you buy stuff and it looks like it's small. This is not small at all. It's a nice big size, and that's what I loved about it when I got it and I saw that it was big. I was like, okay, this is perfect. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. So it was perfect, right? To go outside of the house. So check out that video. It was real easy. I had paid Vic to come over and put the box together, but the box literally, y'all, the 4 pieces literally just like snapped together. It was like snap, 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 snap. And then at the top, it was just a few screws. But I love it. It's real, and it also comes with signs. So you'll see mine. I didn't put the sign on mine, but it's really discreetly under the, at the bottom, it has where you can put either a blank piece there or you can put the sign that says delivery. So it gives you 2 options. And then it also had so yeah, no, I don't think, did it have, it did not have the sign in the box, or did it? I can't remember, but I know one, did I order the sticker? So you can also order, or you can make a sticker that puts on it that tells people to pick up, to put the packages in the box if you want to. I didn't put that on mine because mine just has at the bottom really discreetly where it says deliveries, and UPS, FedEx, and Amazon, they kind of know to put it in the package, in the boxes right there, and you can put the note in your accounts to let people know. And it's great because you ain't got to really worry about people walking up stealing your packages, right? And me and Kim, we were talking about even like drilling our box down, which we don't have any problems with people stealing our packages, but I mean, if you wanted to, you could. The only thing that I would tell you to do is don't, like if you have customers coming to pick up packages, don't have customers picking up packages while you're sending out packages, because it'll get complicated. But it's very, you can use it for multiple things. And I've even seen people use it like to store like their outside, you know, like if you have a blanket that sits outside, or those outside pillows that sit on your chairs outside, you can use it for that. So it's you can use it for multiple things. Okay, so see, Denise says, I've been using the UPS store and they give my customers the package for me. That's good. You know what? I had asked, I'm going to check that out. because I wonder, is that something that all of them do? Because I went to the UPS store, and what do you have, like the UPS the mailbox there? Is that what you have? Or what is that called, where they're giving the customers the package for you? Because I went to the UPS store that's close to me, and I was talking to them about the the box, the business box, and for mailing stuff out, and for people, for not for mailing, yeah, for mailing stuff out, and for people who ship stuff to me, about using the address. And I think it was about $60, but I never discussed with them about people picking up the packages from them. So that, I would be interested in that, if you have any information on that, because that would be cool too. But I don't think they offered that service. I don't think they offered that service around me, or maybe they did and I didn't know what to ask for. Because I've been looking for a service like that, kind of like how they do the Amazon drop boxes and all that stuff. Okay. Okay, so all locations don't do it. See, Denise, how do you like working from home out of the shed, the 20 by 20? And do you have like all of your stuff in it? Because I see so many people that are like, no, I don't want to do this and that. But I'm like, okay, that's, that is awesome. We have that 30 by 30 foot building that we're putting up in the back. Gabriella, I'm glad that you're learning something, because I talk a lot, honey, on this channel. I talk a lot on this channel. We start videos and we talk about different things, just bossing up in the business, and it's not always, like making stuff. But y'all, I just looked at the back of me and saw that fabric there. That is actually screen printing mesh. And if you saw the videos that I did with the etching, right, and the vinyl, it came out really good. But I'm now thinking about making a screen, right, to do, like, if I want to do, because I want to do more detailed stuff, so I'm thinking about doing a screen and doing like maybe my face or something, to see how detailed I can get. And then you would put the mesh on there and be able to cut across. It will be a lot faster, a lot simpler, in theory. That's in theory, right? That I'm thinking in theory. Yes, okay. So that's what I'm using. Tampa is all of my free shipping boxes, and I'm glad that you said something, because girl, you reminded me that I need to order the boxes for the inks. And I was talking to Big Boy the other day about how he ships, and he was telling me that he ships through UPS, and I said, well, why don't you ship through the post office, since you could do the priority shipping for a one set price. And he said, that for him, that he was worried, that he would lose money, because the post office, they lose packages. But I don't think so. When you're shipped, I don't think they lose packages I think if you do first class mail, you might have a problem. But for me, I've never had a problem with my packages not getting to people when I use the priority mail shipping. I never have that problem, and I like it because the package, like like Tampa said, those shipping boxes are free. So I think it makes a big difference. I think if it's like under 21 pounds or under 20 pounds or something like that, it makes sense to use the post office. And then over 20 pounds, to use something like, like FedEx or UPS. I'm not a fan of FedEx because FedEx never, they always lose my stuff. They don't lose it, they just don't deliver it when they're supposed to. And this is pre-COVID, y'all. They wasn't delivering here when they supposed to. So I always use the UPS for that. That's the necklace. I don't know if y'all remember when I did that necklace, the sublimation necklace. These I have not pushed any of this stuff, and I don't know why. I may start selling these supplies on the website to get them off, but I never, maybe I need to just put it on. I wonder if this would fit my chain, because sometimes I might want to wear the picture of me and him, but I think these would be great for people who are doing like memorabilia. Let's see here. So I think she said that she said, see, Denise said that I'm going to change this because I'm looking too far to get these comments. I'm all up in the comments today and I am loving it. Oh, okay. Now let me make that bigger so I can see. Okay, so all locations don't do it. I have the box. I found one that's 15 minutes away. The closest one to me said no. I just have the regular box. Customers come in and ask for my box number and they show their ID and the reps give them the package. Oh, girl. Okay. That's amazing. I'm going to have to check and see if I'm going to have to call around and see, because I have been looking for somebody for, places to do that. And I just had not found one. So I was thinking, maybe I'll go back and do the virtual office thing or whatever. Hey, Jesse. See, Denise says it was like 200 something a year. For them to, it was 200 and change a year for the box. Okay. I think here they told me for the business box it was $60 a month for the business box. So Tampa, what's Shippo? Let me write that down. So you get the boxes from, you get your boxes from USPS, and then you ship through Shippo. Is Shippo shipping through the post office? Or is it like an app, like a ShipStation app or something like how that is? I ship through, so like on the Latona.com site, I ship through I just ship through the WooCommerce shipping, and then I do save, you save a certain amount off of shipping. I don't remember how much it is, but it's, you don't pay the retail price. And then when I ship through UPS, I have a UPS account and a UPS rep. When you get a rep, y'all, you save a lot of money with a rep once you get a UPS rep. So, and people think you have to ship a whole lot of packages to have a UPS rep, and you don't. That's the only thing I don't like, is these cheap chains. But this is doing great with not changing color. It's kind of dirty. Gotta wipe it off. Sublimation is good on there. I start trying to wear some of this stuff sometimes in my videos. Just picked it up. Anybody subbing on jewelry? Maybe if I start wearing it, maybe I can start selling it to my customers. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a photo shoot and put some up. So I'm gonna have to check that out. Tampa says she wants to convert her van to A to Z mobile, crafty mobile. You know what we were talking about? This is what Ken and I were talking about, like the van. What are we going to do? Are we going to fix my van because my van has been sitting there? Are we going to fix the van, or are we going to get a mobile trailer? What are we going to do? Because we're doing so many events that I'm thinking, you know, hey, we could do the live. And so I may have to have something custom made. In my mind, let me try to explain to y'all what I have in my mind. So in my mind, I see a trailer that opens up, right? That opens up kind of like a concert stage, where when I pull up, I can open it up and we don't have to move the equipment out of the trailer. It's like open it up, push everything out, boom, the Lady Print Boss is here. It's all the way live, and we do our thing, right? That's what I want. Getting it from a mind to paper to a company to figure it all out for me with wrapping and all of that stuff. That's where I'm stuck. So that's what we're talking about doing, and that's probably going to happen. It's going to have to happen. It's going to have to happen because we can't keep renting trucks to go and do stuff. It's like the convenience, and so I have to figure out, is the convenience of me having everything ready to go, is it worth the money that I'm going to spend on this trailer? Because what I visualize in my mind sounds like it's going to cost some money. Right? It sounds like it's going to cost some money. And then on top of that, with the trailer, it's like, okay, that means I need a new truck. So do I get a truck? Do I do what? Right? Because I got to pull it some kind of way. And then my mind says, okay, well, get like, you know, like a bus or blah blah blah. You could even do like a milk truck, and then, you know, have the old school milk truck. Do they even make those anymore? Have something like that. I've seen like box trucks and then open it up. So it's so much different stuff. But I try to think of, okay, when it's not being used for live events, what can I do? Look at the things I could do with it, y'all. If it's a vehicle that I'm actually able to drive, then I could do a mobile shop, right? Where I pull up at places and just like do pop-ups and stuff like that. If it's a trailer, then it's going to be a little bit harder because I don't know, I can't drive the trailer. Right? What am I going to have to do? Do I have to have a CDL license to do it? What, you know, so you have to like think of all of that type of stuff. Like, do I have to have a special license to drive the trailer? Do I need an event license to pop up places? It would be cool because I could do my screen printing classes and not have to pay for venues. Like I just checked on White Rock Lake. The building at White Rock Lake, I think it's like 100. What is it? No, about 300. I think it was $300 a day. It was per hour. I think it was like $90 an hour with a minimum of 4 hours, and then like a $300 or $400 deposit. So I'd be out about $700. But it has a full kitchen in it and all of that stuff. So I'm like, okay, that could save, because then you can pull up on people and just boom, I'll pull up at a park, honey. We having a screen print class. Boom, here it is. I'm here, y'all. Come on with it. So it's a bunch of stuff that the Rap King in Texas. Is that the name of the business? So I'm thinking, you know, about that. Like, what all can I do? So I got to figure it out. Congratulations on leaving your job, C Denise. Congrats on that, hunty, being free. Only thing that you miss about a job is the insurance, and y'all, Ken has got that covered. So, but yeah, that would be amazing, girl, to convert your van over. Um, I used to do, like I used to do the window decals in my van. I had my eyeline cutter. I had my little converter in there to with all of my plugs. I had my, like I said, I had my eyeline cutter, my printer, and stuff like that. And we would just roll, and I would, pull up places and do stuff. That's been 20 years ago, but it was cool. Even with t-shirts, I had shirts in there where I could pull up. That was when I was selling my own designs. And me and Debbie, we would just pop up somewhere, pull over on the side of the road, put the shirts all around the van, and we would sell out in like minutes, like 25, 30 minutes. I got $500-600 because I was selling shirts at $25 a pop then. So I might have 20 shirts, with me. But it was real cool. It was real cool. There's so many ways to make money. Um, oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad you made it through that. I'm glad, Gabrielle, I'm glad you made it through that. Ooh, thank God, honey. Ain't he good? He has prepared you, okay? So I want to know about that Shippo, uh, Tampa. And was it Tampa that said the Shippo? Yes, Tampa that said Shippo. I'm gonna look up that. I'm gonna look up Shippo. Um. So C Denise, you have a 30 by 40 press. Are you doing like the all over sub? Somebody emailed me, y'all, about doing all over sub, and I forgot to email the lady back. I don't teach all over sub. I sent her to because I don't want to do all over sub with this press. I've done videos on that, but it's not something that, like I want to do. And I think I sent her over to Shannon and Nate. But yeah, if you do all over sub, let me know because I do have clients for all over sub. Maybe we can network. Miss Arlene says she subs on those earrings. Yes. I'm going to try, Gabriella. I hope I can do it. Oh, free healthcare in Italy. Oh, you in Italy, Italy, not Italy, Texas. Italy, Italy. Okay. I wish we had free healthcare here in the United States. But we don't. But we don't, y'all. I wish we had free healthcare here in the United States. Gabriella says it's just oh wow, that's amazing. But yeah, you are a blessing. See, Denise, if you will shoot me an email so that I can get your information, I would really, really appreciate it. Shoot me an email over to Latana at DallasT-shirts.com so I can have your information and I can add you to the list of vendors and I can reach out and we can discuss pricing and all of that stuff. Well, Miss Arlene, ain't she in Italy, Italy? Like, the boot? Is that Italy, y'all? The boot with the, right? Is it? Y'all, I'm not seeing no grays. Look like the stuff might have worked. Now, how many days is that going to stay up in my head? Do y'all see grays? I don't see no grays. Look like this little stuff might work. We gonna know when I go outside into, we gonna know when I go outside in the rain. Now, if I go outside in the rain and black starts just like coming down my face, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be pissed. So hopefully we don't have any of those problems. But this is that, this one is jet black and my hair is not jet black, but I can't see because I'm on here with y'all. Look like I might got a little black spot right there that I need to clean up a little bit. I think people use this in their hair when they bald, y'all. Like I saw some different ones, like a lady had powder, had some powder, and she was like popping it, and I was like, no, not that. But this is what they gave me at the beauty supply store. I'm trying to get something to hold these edges down. And then this is like everything nowadays is just so greasy. So I went back to the old school because I'm from the hood, honey, and got me some Pro Style gel, and boom. Ooh. Yeah, that Putin is the devil. That Putin is the devil himself. Right, Miss Arlene? Those front grays, honey, they are a pain. But I tell you what, sometimes you can make that gray work for you, because I noticed that sometimes when I go different places, I'm speaking to some people, I think they respect that wisdom. But I don't want to walk around here gray. My oldest sister was telling me, she was like, you need to just stop and just let it come in and just go full gray. I'm like, how long is that going to take? My daddy was 73 years old when he passed, and he still had some black parts in his hair. So I don't know. But I think I think that I will go end up going full gray, y'all, because I can see the grays coming in the back. Gabriella, you know what though? This is the thing. She said, Gabriella says the gray is from raising the kids. I didn't start getting into it, start getting on the YouTube. I think it's the YouTube that's making me gray. But yeah, y'all. So like I never seen, like, it's crazy to me with the grays, right? Because my mama is the queen diva of wigs, right? So I never seen my mama gray. And I never thought about it. Think about it. I never used to see my mom's hair. My mom has always wore wigs. Like she is like a diva. Like she, like when with Shaka Khan and Diana Ross. So my mom always wore like these wigs, right? If you got a diva mama, you know. And so you never know what their hair looked like, right? So I never knew what to do. I never knew what to do when the grays hit, because it's like, why am I gray? My mama ain't gray. Then I realized, hell, it ain't mama's hair. Because I asked her, I said, Mom, what do you do about your grays? She said, plop, plop that wig back. She said, honey, do you see all these gray? I'm like, you full-headed gray, girl. So, it's just my little funny story, y'all. Yeah. You, now you just hit the nail. You just hit the, that's it right there. The nail on the head. You got gray hair after taking care of your mom. That's when my grays came with my daddy. So I need to start wearing these grays proudly, don't I? I never realized it. But that's exactly when the grays came, when I started taking care of my daddy. Because my daddy was a piece of work, y'all. And he still is a piece of work in the spirit. He still be working me, right? Walking through this house, slamming doors and stuff. So yeah, he's still a piece of spirit, piece of work. But that's why I don't cut my hair anymore, because I made my daddy a promise before he passed that I wasn't going to cut my hair anymore. So I no longer cut my hair off. But y'all, I'm going to get off of here. And Gabriella, Steve Harvey not great. You right. You know why? Because he got that black stuff. He doing something too. He's doing something too, y'all. I'm gonna see how this stuff works for me. And because I'm tired, like when you dye the grays, then they turn like a yellowish color. And that's what's happening to me. So, honey, y'all see me. I'm gonna see right here. That looks a little bit dark. But I gotta find the right color and blend that stuff in and make sure and see how long it works. But anyways, y'all have a good one. It is raining like cats and dogs outside. Let me get up off of here and get some stuff going. Probably set up the camera and work on this Echo Solve and get that blue going. Actually, I wonder is the blue going, because I did put, oh, I gotta plug it in. I did put the cleaning solution in the cabbing station to try that, and if that didn't work, then I'm moving on to the next thing. And I had to get the paper towels, so that's what I will be doing today, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Yeah, that's how it's turning, like a yellowish blondish look up there. And I didn't want to, like when I did the show, the ISS show this year, was my first year going to the show and showing my grays, right? When I went to the show, I told my friends, I said, I'm going as the boss. I'm going with my wisdom. I'm gonna have my grays out. But honey, now on this, in these YouTube streets, baby, I need to be looking young, honey. And plus it's gonna be my birthday. So y'all know I need to be looking young, honey. I need to be looking young. Either I want to be, if I go gray, I will do full silver gray, like a diva. But I'm not ready to hit that stage yet. So I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.